Hey guys, I'm Travis. I'm from Huntington, Indiana. I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana now, and I'm a 37-year-old author and public speaker in the field of autism spectrum disorder. I really focus in on behavior analysis, autism, sexual behavior, and relationship training and sexuality education for folks with autism. So I wanted to introduce myself to you and tell you a little bit about me. I'm 37 years old, was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome at the age of 22, and just really living my best life right now and trying to reclaim my life after making some social mistakes and developing a bad reputation. So I'm just trying to get my name back out there and just live my best life. And so I appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I hope that you have a great day. We are really going to focus in on this conversation and have a talk about how sexual behavior is social behavior and sexual thinking is social thinking. So we're going to have this conversation and we're going to dive into the logistics of how this works and how this operates and goes back and forth between the two, and how context is king, and how we can just really focus in on teaching social skills to individuals with autism spectrum disorder. On a typical day, I spend most of my day writing books about autism, or just preparing PowerPoint presentations about autism, and just preparing and talking to behavior analysts. I love to talk to BCBAs and speak to them and disseminate the science of ABA. So that's what I do on my typical day. Let's talk a little bit about emotional regulation and autism. A lot of people think that social skills are black and white, and they are for autistic people many times. But actually, emotional regulation is what contributes to the social skills being very black and white. So if you can't regulate your emotions, chances are your social skills aren't going to be regulated, and they're going to be out of context with what's really going on in the environment. So for example, if you get sensory overloaded by someone else's emotions, for example, I had a friend whose father passed away in 2014, and I was distraught and thought it was the end of the world, but she wasn't very distraught. I mean, she was distraught, right, because her father passed away, but she wasn't as sad as I was. And so therefore my emotions were deeper than hers, and therefore my social response and my social behavior and interacting with her was completely out of context with what she was feeling, and that created an issue and caused us some problems. So I got to where I am today with my special interest in ABA by watching Peter Gerhardt present at the Behavior Analysis Center for Autism in Fishers, Indiana. Dr. Carl Sundberg and his wife, Devin Sundberg, own the center, and they brought in Peter as a contractor to come speak. And I just really fell in love with what he said. He was talking about my life, right? So he was describing my life as he was presenting. And so I met Ben Seifert, who's one of my friends at BCBAs, and he worked with me a little bit on social skills. And I just really fell in love with the field and the science of ABA. And it's really taken off for me, and it's a special interest. So I watch Peter Gerhardt on YouTube about 60 hours a week, just paying attention to his videos and constantly learning about ABA from him. And I study other people in the field. I love Ryan O'Donnell, I love Sarah Trotman, I love the Behavior Bitches, Mia and Casey, and I listen to Matt Cicera on the Behavior Observations podcast. I just love them all. So that's how I got to where I'm at today. Something you might not know about me is that I actually play the trombone, so I'm actually a really good musician. I had a pretty good chance to be a professional musician before, Asperger's got in the way, and I had some social challenges. So I actually got into the School of Music at Indiana University, which is like one of the best schools in the country for music, and I played the trombone there, and I was a trombone performance major. So that's something unique about me that most people don't know. I am interested in meeting parents of children with autism, autistic people themselves, neurodivergent populations. I'm interested in meeting behavior analysts, so I want to meet BCBAs and RBTs, and I'm interested in meeting anyone who really has an interest in the field of autism, or behavior analysis. So if that's you, I would like to talk to you. Feel free to send me a message on Facebook or email me at Travis.breeding@icloud.com. So Travis.breeding@icloud.com. Text or call me at 260-388-2910 and connect with me that way. And also, I'm interested in disseminating the science of ABA, so if you could help support that cause, I'd really appreciate it. If not, that's okay too. Just learn about the science, that's all I ask for. So if you can support me on my Venmo is BREETE03, BREETE03. So thanks a lot for watching this video, guys, and let's disseminate the science of ABA together.